You.
What's crazy, son?
What's up, man? What's going on, son?
How does it sound now? Is it
Sounds
loud?
good. Yeah, it sounds great. It
Well,
sounds
now
good.
it's loud.
It sounds loud. Okay,
No, it's
hold
fine.
on.
No, it's fine. I can't hear it. If it's fine on your end, then it's fine for me.
Oh, okay. Hold on, just a second here.
So I'm good. I'm good.
This
I'm
should
straight.
be. You straight? You scrizate?
I'm good.
Oh, you good? All right. Hold on. Go to. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Give me share. We're gonna go to your chat. All right, and that's that. Okay, we need to type in random radio. How was your week, man?
It
Most
was
of all,
it was productive.
it was productive.
Things got done
Things got done.
that needed to get done. Yeah.
Wow, this. Do you know there's so many random radios? When I type in,
Yeah, I know.
it should be podcast, radio podcast, right?
I'm flattered. I'm
There
flattered.
you go.
I'm flattered that all those people chose to imitate
Yeah,
what is not even a big platform. Thank you.
that.
It lets me know that you all appreciate me so much, and
Oh,
I appreciate you.
I think you such a buttercup.
Yeah, I'm glad that they imitated my shit, fuckers,
Rip fuckers.
yeah, little
Whoa,
bitches.
little. Oh
Motherfuckers.
no, it's a little fuckers.
Stealing my shit. Motherfuckers.
He said you little fuckers.
Yeah, stealing my shit. It's fine.
Um, welcome to all those that are tuning in, getting ready to tune in. This is a live session on YouTube of Get in the Box. We
Get in the
introduced
box.
and we introduced um the first series, the first episode last week. So if you haven't got a chance to check it out, it is on Facebook. We'll share the links after the show. But introduce yourself, Lorenzo, because you know they ain't gonna ever be ready for you. So I'm just it is what it is.
I am Lorenzo Tomas, host of the Random Things You Need to Know show, formerly the host of Random Radio Podcast Show and the Random Radio Video Show, and all
Mhm.
of those Random Radio shows, everything associated with Random Radio. I was the guy. It was me. You would hear my voice every week. Some of you would I would interview you, so now you get to see me. And yeah, so that's it. That's who I am. Make sure you guys check out Random Radio every week. Tons of episodes. We had episodes this week. Last week we had some episodes. It was good. We've been away for a couple of months. We're back. We're gonna get some new equipment here soon. So that's it's coming up. I don't like
What
how the
kind of
video. I'm gonna get a new video thing going.
a new video thing going?
Yeah, I want some new video stuff going.
Ooh, okay. So you getting um what kind of camera you trying to get?
I mean, whatever it is gonna have to be like what 4K. I think right now I'm utilizing 1080 Pi, so that's no good, right?
Really?
Yeah, that's like no good. You need 4K
You need
HD,
4K.
4K HD, baby.
Wow. Well, I mean, I think you do. I think you really do have to upgrade now. I have 1080p. It's a Logic base camera. You know what I'm saying? Does the job for me. I mean, it's small, it's compact. It doesn't have a very big wide lens, but it really, it is what it is. It serves its purpose. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
recap. How did you
Recap.
feel about Facebook's live show
Who?
last week?
Who was Facebook's live?
Hmm.
Who is that?
Facebook Live of Getting in the Box.
Oh, what did I think of the show last week?
Yeah, I mean, did you have a good feeling about it? Did you feel like some people was getting the information, or did you
You mean
think some
you mean when what do you mean, like when I went back and watched it, or overall?
overall? Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. I thought people, I don't know. I don't know if they were getting the information. It seemed like people were engaging. That's really all that matters. If they're getting the information, doesn't really. That's for them to get on their own time. As long as they're engaging, right? As long as they're watching and commenting, that's the most important thing.
true, true. Um, I kind of feel like we entered in our own boxes in a sense to be able to um give people a little bit more of a bird's eye view of what they are probably already looking at. Get in the box is live on YouTube.
What are you doing? Are you
Um,
texting people?
kind of, sorta. I'm going in the group, so to drop off the link. Let's see. Yeah, all right. I gotta you gotta like share the link. You know what I'm saying? Share the live so people can know that you are alive. Something different about Facebook and YouTube altogether that I just never quite understood is that they're separate, but they're all, I guess, one. You know. Um. Matter of fact, what is the latest thing? No, I ain't gonna even ask you what the latest thing is, because I went on your social media, young man, and I seen this topic about cucumber. Okay,
Hmm.
and the picture is two women, two black women sucking on cucumbers, and it's a contest. Can you please explain to me what the fuck is that fuckery? They sucking they sucking cucumbers
Well,
as a sport.
well, what it was is that Big Chicken out in Detroit. Shout out to
Uh
Big Chicken. He was having a cucumber suck off contest, and the winner would get $100. And basically, what they had to do was just, whoever sucked on the cucumber the best, won. I'm not sure what the outcome was. The contest was Friday, so I'm very curious to know who won. I was just looking the episode that we did on Random Radio about it, but you can go and check out. The episode was up Friday, so it'd be fairly new to all of you. What I was just trying to make sure was that I understood the equity behind it, so I wanted to make sure that trans people and men were able to be in the contest.
You said
That it
equity.
was.
That is a big word. It sounds like, and
I just wanted to make sure that things were equal, right? There was an equal opportunity for all, and so I just wanted to make sure that there were men and trans people could be in the contest. I felt that was
really,
important. Yeah, I think that's
really,
important. Yeah, I think that's important. And then I just wanted to find out, was this some type of liberation for the women? Were women feeling liberated by doing this? Because I'm trying to understand women's liberation, and
really.
feminism today. So I figured, hey, if this is what feminism is, okay, well then I understand, and I would like to support feminism in all shapes and forms, and I would like for women to have an ally. I mean, if the version of feminism that they're gonna do is hoeing, I don't see a reason why we shouldn't support it, right?
Okay. So the next question would be, why do you think this is just another avenue of hoeing? Because you know what I'm
Well, I don't.
saying.
I don't think it's hoeing for real because hoeing requires money in exchange for money for goods. This is just simulated sex, so I
Okay,
mean it's really not hoeing. You know.
it's a stimulation, I should say.
Yeah, I mean it's just I think it's just young people, young ignorant people being foolish.
Okay, pulling out a side of themselves that I guess they didn't they didn't mind. They said it was a good idea. They thought about it. They said, okay, let's manifest this shit. You know,
I mean they're young
yeah,
people, young
and then
people,
and
people
then
who are wrapped up in redneck culture like this kind of shit. So I could see that too. Some people who are white rednecks, black rednecks. You find very few Asian rednecks, but there are some out there.
oh, there's the Asian redneck. I never heard that
There are
before.
some Asian rednecks.
I never heard about that.
There are some
I
Mexican
I
rednecks.
you know Mexican rednecks. That's different.
Yeah, they out there. They exist.
Oh, they do.
They're out there. I'm
Ha,
I'm I'm trying to see if there's an Inuit redneck. That would be very interesting. Like a
in
little
in you
that
wet.
Inuit. They're Eskimo.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't know.
Yeah, the proper term is Inuit.
You ain't got nothing in the microwave this time, do you, bro?
No, I ain't got it in the microwave.
Not a baked potato like last week.
Mm-mm.
Okay. You got everything for this one today, huh?
Everything is laid out.
Hmm. Okay, lay that. All right. Um, I want to ask you, what do you think of the state of America at this moment in this time? Because we're on YouTube. We last week we was on Facebook. Okay, we on YouTube, so this is
Where's
gonna be a
where's
whole
the
different crowd.
YouTube link?
Um, the link is in
Yeah.
Facebook. That is one thing I will tell you that.
Where's the YouTube link? I don't see it.
You don't see it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna post it, and bam. Okay. Oh, you want to know where the link at in the chat room?
No, the link for the link
For
for YouTube for the shows. People can watch it.
oh, they tuned in. I'm sharing it to Facebook and then inviting people.
Okay.
Okay.
How does random radio share it? How do we share
Okay.
the YouTube link?
Let me tag Random Radio. No, not that. Mm-mm-mm-mm. That had a weird and interesting week a little bit. People were
Yeah.
scared because I was not wearing my hat. Like, I'm so used to wearing a hat. Random Radio. There you go. Is that no? That's the page. Ped is no. It's not the same thing, is it? It is dumb dumb. It's the R ass. Mm, you can't see. Okay. Uh, Okay, there is a tag for you. Um, where are we here? Oh, all right. It really makes sense to put this in your inbox, texting you. All right. There you go. That's what you was looking for. My bad. All right, hold on. I gotta get situated because this is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. Oh, and by the way, introduce yourself. Steady Grind Records is in the building. We haven't really got to what we want to talk about just yet. We just kind of recapping. we was we were a little late starting. My bad. Okay, yeah, that's my bad.
I,
Okay,
f-
I'll
I,
say
I figured the show didn't start till 8 anyway.
right, but I woke up a little late.
I mean 8 Chicago time, so I guess 9 your time.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I hope that didn't they like kind of like um do away with daylight savings time or said it was gonna be the final say that we was gonna have? I don't know. I heard that from Joe Biden himself. So
It's in November. In November, that'll be the last time you'll be, I think, going forward or going backwards. And then after that, everything will stay on standard time. No more daylight savings.
what's the difference between standard and savings
Um,
when it comes to time?
I believe daylight savings is an hour ahead because you get more sunlight.
I think that's a myth.
So you're saving more daylight.
I think that's a myth.
Well, it's more there's more sun during the summer months.
Oh, okay, okay. And then it's less sun. I mean, is that all across the nation?
Mm-hmm.
And who decided that shit?
You decided what?
Who really decided that? Was that Joe Biden or
Decided what?
that we should stay at daylight savings time?
Oh, that was Congress.
Oh, Congress.
Hmm.
Can you break down to us the different functions of Congress, the Senate, because I could be fucking it up, the legislation office. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the legislation office? Who was that?
I
Who's
mean,
that
you
guy?
know, the big boss, Joe Biden, he the president.
Well, he's
Um,
he's the executive branch.
oh, he's the executive branch. Okay,
Right. There are three branches in our government. There's the executive branch, which is the president
right.
and the vice president and the president's cabinet and all of his people. And then there is the legislative branch, which is the Congress and the Senate. And then there is the judiciary branch, which is the Supreme Court.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
What's the function of the Supreme Court
The function of the Supreme Court is to come up with judicial law on what's going on.
versus things of the past that has already, like put things in order, or are these motherfuckers got their own fucking conscience judging some shit according to the Constitution? That's what I want to know.
Wait a minute. Ask this question again. Hold on. Ask it again.
Why you do that? Because you know we smoke, right?
I'm trying
Okay,
to
hold on.
I'm trying to make sure I
Let's
understand. I'm trying to make sure I understand what you asked.
okay. Could you repeat it?
No, I couldn't repeat it. You
Okay,
need to
I can't.
repeat the question.
Okay, I can't repeat it either. Well, but we're getting back to it. Um, how does the the Supreme Court work,
Mm-hmm.
and do they base their work or their ruling back based on and backed on uh past events of courtroom histories where certain things got overturned or never got overturned? And is their ruling always 100? Go ahead. Because I think you go hit this in the
Wait,
head.
wait, wait. Hold on. That's quite a few questions there. Let's break that down. Let's
Oh,
break
that's
all those questions. Let's break all those questions down. Wait a minute.
okay.
So let's so let's so let's start with
What's
the first question. What is the
okay,
first question you asked?
what is the true function of the Supreme Court?
The true function of the Supreme Court is to adjudicate basically decisions that cannot be adjudicated at the appellate level or the state level.
Wait a minute, you said appellate. What the fuck is appellate?
So that's like the more civil courts and, you know, like courts within like districts and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's like if a law can't be ruled by based on that, then if there's a precedent that can be found, then yes, the Supreme Court will adjudicate on that decision. Okay. Now, what was the next question?
Next question, is they always right?
Um. Well, I mean, it's a bunch of human beings, so
So
it's a
what you
bunch of
trying to
human
say?
beings.
What you trying to say, Lorenzo?
I
Human
mean,
beings ain't capable of making wise, applicable, and that's a big applicable is a big word. And notice I will not know the spelling of over half of the words I pronounce. Okay.
okay.
All right. Applicable is most of everything that in their ruling is it applicable to the times.
I mean, I think that the Supreme Court makes decisions based on what is going on at the times, and I think that the Supreme Court, some of their rulings are outdated, and then some of their rulings are only based on specific situations.
Okay. Just to let everyone know, if you are on YouTube, um, you should be able to share it. If not, you will be able to share the link on Facebook if you're on Facebook. All right. Let me know if you copy. Thank you. Matter of fact, hey, we got some help in the chat room about the word applicable, how to spell that motherfucker. APP. Oh, that almost sounds like a loan, don't it? APPLICABLE. Before we go any further, how is Filth Cat? Because I heard he was a little proud of me last week.
Oh, I don't know. I guess he's fine.
Oh, you and L really don't get along. I guess he's just a dickhead, huh?
I mean, we get along. It's just that I don't keep up with what's going on with him all the time.
Oh, really?
I don't care.
Oh, okay.
He's a
I was
grown
about to.
man.
Oh, he's a grown man. Oh, okay.
Hey, he's a grown man. He's got his own life.
I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you.
He should be with his kids this weekend. So that's what he should be doing.
Who the fuck is Uncle Ruckus Jr.? Nah, he don't fuck with Phil Cat like that. Only when they're doing some studio shit. Yeah, we got to share that.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah, Phil Cat, if you are listening, we
I
got
don't
some.
fuck with Phil Cat. That's funny.
So hey, some of us can't.
He all right. He all right. I fuck with him sometimes. He should be with his kids. That's what I say. He should be with his kids.
Yeah, shout. He's a black father.
Right. He should be with his kids this weekend. Hopefully that's what he's doing.
Yeah, popping bottle rockets for no fucking reason.
Yes.
What do you think about Um, and I know we just got done talking about the Supreme Court, right? But I want to veer off that subject for a second. Um, what is the true meaning of this beautiful um holiday called the 4th of July, which is called Independence Day? That's another big word that I had a hard time spelling for a very long time until I got it right. Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't know I had a T at the end of the word.
Independence or independent?
Oh, sound like one of the words that you just said had a T in it.
Independent.
Where the other pronunciation come from?
Independence. Those are two different words.
See, I told y'all. I told you there's two different words to everything. All right, but anyway, keep going.
No, those are two different words. Independent is not the same as independence,
Why not?
because independence is the state of being not dependent upon someone. Independent is the individual who is of that state. They are independent.
Oh, so we got a state called Independence.
No, you are independent as a human being. The state of being independent is called independence. It's
Wait,
like the sense of.
hold the fuck up, bro. See you caught me off guard, and I love the fact that you catch me off guard all the fucking time. What is a fucking human being? Okay, in this state of motherfucking America in the world, are these human motherfucking beings? Okay, and the way you just articulated that, I can't spell that motherfucking word either. But it's I don't, independent means, I can take care of myself. Independence
I mean, I
is
mean, I mean, they both mean that you are autonomous.
the fuck
Is
is that word? Okay, all right, I'll
you
let
are
you
a
explain.
self-governing individual.
Okay, individual is a person, right?
Right. Exactly.
He stands on an island on his motherfucking own, right?
No. He stands. Yes. Okay. Sure. Yes.
Okay, because independence, you know what I mean? You free from other motherfuckers.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
And so that makes you independent.
Is this motherfucking
Having independence
uh-huh?
makes you independent.
Really?
Yes.
Then why the fuck does this nation act like we don't have no independence or independent? Since they two different fucking words, you know what I'm saying?
Because the people have decided to give back independence for the guarantee of security. So they would rather be dependent upon the government for a sense of security.
Oh, so the people and the government are separate from one another, but they want to be independent as a country? Am I saying or am I fucking it up?
The country is independent. The country is independent from all other countries.
Are you sure about that shit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
To an extent.
Okay, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I asked that question. You said to a certain extent.
Yeah, to an extent.
Okay, let me ask you this question. All right. Do people truly want to be independent or do they want some independence?
Do people want to be? I don't think they want either.
What?
I don't think they want either. I think that people would like to be taken care of, so they would like to be dependents. They would like to be dependent upon someone else.
Hey, hold
and they
on.
would
What?
and they would like to practice dependence.
Okay. Um, Keith Light said independence is plural, Mark two. Oh, okay. Plural means more than one. I understood that part
Oh,
in English.
oh, you thought I was saying independent. Independence and
There
independent.
you go.
Oh, I get it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, thanks, Keith. Because that was
Th-
I didn't get that. I thought, okay, I understand.
Now
Yeah.
you get my question.
Yes, independence is plural. He's right.
Is you eating Oreos?
No,
The fuck you eating?
cherries.
Moving on. Next question. Cherries. Okay. Is that a good fruit to eat?
Hell yeah.
You don't eat grapes?
Sometimes.
You do that just like you've been farming and shit. Spit in the cup, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Okay. So since we on Independence Weekend, okay, break down to me what this holiday really is supposed to look like. And why did it start?
What do you mean what it's supposed to look like?
Like, are we supposed to have all these celebrations and is we supposed to be popping on fireworks? And is we supposed to be popping our gun in the sky and shit like that to celebrate something we really don't know nothing about?
Yes. Yes, I think the people should celebrate the independence of America. Yes. If you are proud to be an American. I mean, if you hate America, then no, because you have that freedom to not celebrate the history of America. You don't have to celebrate if you don't want to.
Really?
Yeah, you can say no. I don't want to do that. That's fine. That's why you live here, right? You live here so that you can do that.
Just like we say no to drugs. I mean, to a few of us. you know.
Yeah, there's no need. I mean, I think that if you are a person and you want to celebrate America, sure. I like America. I love America. I think America's a great place. I think it's the best nation on the planet right now.
What is the history between us having independence and receiving that statue in New York?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. There's no connection.
No connection?
No.
Then why in the hell do we have a statue standing up there in New York like, yo, hey, I'm the big bitch?
Because the French gave it to us when they had their revolution.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's a symbol of our freedom. It has nothing to do with the Independence Day.
Well, there are a lot of things today that have nothing to do with America. They became American symbols. The national anthem, um, American breakfast. You know,
American
all
breakfast.
Eggs, bacon, and toast. It's not,
Oh, that sounds like the Grand Slam at Denny's.
right.
Yeah.
So, all these things became this. Baseball is America's sport. I mean, I guess it was made here. But wouldn't football be America's sport? That was actually made here. American gridiron football. I mean, not
really?
Soccer.
Okay. Keith said it doesn't have anything to do with black folks, though. We have June 10th. Okay. What's so important about June 10th? Because I guess I didn't get the memo.
I don't know either.
What is June 10th?
Apparently, Juneteenth is the day that the African American community is claiming that all the slaves were free.
Uh-huh.
My only thing with this, with people say things like, the Independence Day has nothing to do with black people. I think that's very disrespectful and diminishing to the black loyalists and people like James Armistead Lafayette, who fought for African Americans to be free in the North by fighting in the Revolutionary War, which gained them that freedom. And it also shows how many Americans don't take the time to actually look at the contribution that blacks had given to the Revolutionary War. So they're unaware of what Prince Hall actually did. They just know about masonry. They don't know exactly what his contribution is to the Revolutionary War. They don't know about Paul Cuffey. They're unaware of African Americans who actually played a role in the Revolutionary War, whose contribution is important for why African Americans were free in New York, Massachusetts, and in those states. But they say things like, "Oh, that war means nothing to black people." Without some of those blacks, that war would not have been won the same way. Matter of fact, I'll give you a little black fact. I'm sure you know about the white man, but you don't know anything about the black man. So there's a
Okay.
white man that everyone knows about named Benedict Arnold. And
Who the
Benedict
fuck is
Arnold
that?
apparently was a traitor. And what he did is that he was playing as a spy for the British Army, and he was over here stationed in America.
Oh,
Well,
so he was.
it was James Armistead Lafayette, a black man,
Uh-huh.
who found out that Benedict Arnold was a spy, and he told the Unions, well, the Federal soldiers, and they captured Benedict Arnold. And every year they used to have a parade in honor of James Armistead Lafayette. I don't know why that ended. I have an idea of why that ended. We'll
Really?
talk about that another time. But there was a parade for James Armistead Lafayette. So I'm not sure about this whole uh, Revolutionary Wars or the Independence Day is not about us. It is. It is very much about us, as it is about all of those people who fought in that war. The Polish, like Casimir Pulaski, the French, like Lafayette. There are
Huh.
many people who contributed to that. And it's very important to all Americans. It's unfortunate that Black Americans think Juneteenth is a specific day, when Juneteenth is not even the day that all blacks were freed. Is the day that the people of Galveston learned that the Emancipation Proclamation had been signed. That does not mean that blacks were free. That means that the people of Galveston found out. And so that, with that said, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi still all had not ratified any amendments and still had slaves until you had two thirds of of the judicial contribution. It didn't matter. Slavery still existed. So Juneteenth is not the day. It's actually December 6th. That's the day that blacks should be celebrating. But allow the white man to give you a holiday so that you can say yippee.
Yippee. Now, is that one of the wars that we as black people fought in? Does the movie Glory ring a bell?
That's the Civil War.
That's the Civil War, because I don't know shit about history. I'm kind of a little bit clueless, but you know what I'm saying. And as you can tell, you know what I'm saying. I'm just, going. I'm asking you the questions because me and you have had conversation about shit that I even, had to go like go back and really do a like little history lesson. But this new. I like this. I like this. Why are we just not getting the holiday though for June 10th?
I don't know. I've always heard about Juneteenth. I just never thought that it mattered, because if all the slaves were not free, if every black person was not free on June 19th, what does Juneteenth matter?
Hmm.
If throughout the United States every black person in outside of Galveston, Texas was still enslaved in
Uh-huh.
slave states, then what does Juneteenth matter?
Hmm.
What significance does it have to the history of African Americans? It has none. It is a day that was given to appease the blacks during the George Floyd riots, and the blacks said, "Yay, thank you. We love it when you appease us. We don't
Hmm.
care if it has no significance to our history. Actually, we'll make it. We'll make it. We'll figure it out. We'll work it all out. We'll make it significant to our history. That's unfortunate because as African Americans, we should care more about our history to want to celebrate when all slaves were free, which would be December 6th.
Hmm. And that is fact. You know that.
Yeah, you can look that up.
And you can look that up. Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
I prefer to someone with, prove me wrong and show me where it shows that the government all of a sudden decided to go against its own constitutional laws of how amendments are passed, and they decided, nope, we're now going around and we're telling everyone that slavery is done, and when you hear it, it's over. We don't need to ratify any amendments. We don't need to do any of that. We can just say, hey, that whole 2/3 rule doesn't even matter. We don't need it. Just as soon as you hear about it, that means it's over.
So you saying basically they just said fuck black folks?
Who said fuck black folks?
I mean, I'm asking the question.
I don't know who the they is.
Oh, who? Well, okay, yeah, I'm kind of lost in my thought. My bad. I'm trying to help the situation here because I'm a little high.
Yeah, I don't know who the they is. I don't even know who the they. Who is the they that said fuck black people? I don't know who the they is.
I guess who's the independence for? Black folks, white folks?
It's for all people here in America.
For all people in this motherfucking country.
That's right. Everybody who's here.
Why do it seem like nobody want freedom though?
Because people are afraid of freedom. With freedom comes responsibility.
Such as?
You have to be responsible for your neighbor, and you also have to be responsible for your community. You have to be responsible for the children, and you have to be responsible for those who are not responsible for themselves.
Okay, hold up. If I'm not responsible for myself, okay, how can I help a motherfucker? No, I need you to answer that question. If I'm,
how can a non-responsible person help responsible people?
There you go. Thank you for elaborating.
By staying out of the way.
By staying out of the way. But I'm black.
What does that mean?
I'm supposed to be free, right?
I don't know what that has to do with anything. I didn't say that black people were not were in the way. I never said that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say black people were in the way. I didn't say that black people are not a part of freedom or something. I never said that.
Okay. Or white folks about being free.
Okay.
Okay, because on both sides of the fence, do black people really believe they free? And do white folks really believe that they free?
No, I don't think any Americans, except for those who immigrate over here, believe that they are free.
What the fuck you just say, immigrant?
I think if you immigrate over here, then you believe that you are looking for freedom. I think that Americans have a delusion that they are not free.
Really?
Yes.
Why you really believe that, bro?
What do you mean? Why do I believe that? The people are showing me that they would like for freedom of speech to be taken away. They would like for they have fought for years for very non-liberty and non-equal things to happen in the name of equality. They're afraid of freedom. Freedom is a problem for people. I mean, if people can't see that if there are those who legally go out and get permits and they put together rallies, and at those rallies they say things like fuck niggers, or they say fuck Jews, and those people are wearing white hoods, and those people are claiming to be the KKK. If people can't see that that is a constitutional right, they have the right to freedom of speech. They can do that. But they want to silence that. That's a problem. Because what people don't realize is that someday the pendulum will swing back around on you. It's a matter of time. So if you don't believe that everyone has the right to say what they would like to say, and it doesn't matter if it hurts your feelings, turn your face. You don't have to see it.
Right.
You don't have to watch it. You can walk away from it. You can go home and say, that was some ignorant shit there. Okay. Well, and you are more than welcome. And you may be right? You may be right. But as long as those people are not causing violence, then what does it matter if those people who support them want to see them assemble? But when we start saying things like, no, those people are not allowed to assemble, well, you are starting the process of ending freedom of speech. So you are afraid of the freedom that you have through speech. So you will soon be wanting to take away other freedoms as well, because they all protect each other. And the moment that you take away freedom of speech and freedom of press and freedom of assembly, I'm sure the Second Amendment will be next. And then you can expect for the rest of them to fall and tumble as well.
Okay. That was a mouthful, bro. That was a mouthful. Now, let me ask you a question, bro. You a black man, all right? You got a USA hat on, even though
I do.
it looks like it's spelled fucked up, but I mean,
Well, the A
it's
is
still
the A is upside down. We are in distress.
in distress.
Yeah, the nation's in a state of distress.
Oh, tell me why you feel that this nation is in distress. I do feel like a little antenna going up, like, dude.
Right? Don't you? Well, don't you see that the nation is in distress? Did the
Yeah,
nation not appear to be in distress to you?
yeah. But I only have my own opinion about it.
Okay.
And with the fact that I'm understanding freedom of speech, right? So if you
They're taking that away, bro. That's I have an episode coming up this week about how your freedom of speech is being taken away from you. How you can't say mother and father, you have to say birthing person. How you can't say husband and wife, you have to say partner.
what?
Because you have to be, yeah, you don't know this? You don't know these things?
What?
You see what I'm saying? You see how you don't even know how your freedom of speech is being taken away from you? You don't even have a clue.
They
Yeah,
trying to strip. They trying to strip this shit from me.
Yeah, they're trying to tell you that you can't say he and she. It's offensive
How?
because somebody's offended by it. That's all that
Offended.
matters. Yeah, that's all that matters.
But if you a man, you a he. If you a woman, you a she. What the fuck?
No, not anymore, because women can have penises and men can have babies. They can have vaginas and have babies.
Yeah, I seen that bullshit.
So get your mind right, brother.
I'm a man and I had a baby.
Yeah, get your mind right, brother.
I wish I would vote for some male rights so I could become pregnant.
Why not? What's wrong with that?
I don't want that pain. Shit, it's worse
Oh.
enough. It's worse enough. I cried like a bitch having a toothache.
Oh, you're looking at it from a pain standpoint. You're not looking at it
Yeah,
from an equality standpoint.
yeah, fuck
Oh,
equality.
Oh,
I wouldn't
okay.
be able to handle that shit.
Got it.
I'd be sitting on the table with my legs wide open, talking about baby. Oh my motherfucking head. Oh bitch. I can't believe you got me pregnant, ho. I can't believe this shit.
What is being what is
At that, you know what? I ain't gonna even lie. If I was pregnant and I was going through birth pains on the table, I'd have been like, I can't wait till we get done, motherfucker. Oh, your ass, this shit hurt.
Well,
Shit hurt.
maybe you'll get to experience that soon, Martu. The world is changing around you.
Lorenzo, come on,
Soon-
man. Ain't nobody
soon-
gonna call me ain't nobody gonna call me a bitch in front of my face, okay?
Soon
Get away with it.
soon you will be able to have children as well. That won't make you a bitch. That'll make you a well-rounded human being.
Because I remember there's some women that will have the nerve like take it like a man, quit acting like a little bitch.
Wow.
Yeah, bold.
Wow. That probably will happen.
Nah, that is not gonna be a pretty sight, dog.
Well, it is what it is. It's gonna happen though. You're gonna have men having babies, and it'll be a beautiful thing.
How?
What do you mean how? Because society is saying that it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I wish you would try to inject me in shit.
What am I reading here on this comment section? What is this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, we can't say he, them, they. What kind of shit is that?
I think you can say them and they, but soon they'll probably take that away from you as well. So get all your them and theys out while you can.
Okay. Now, if anyone take offense to this next comment I'm about to make, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Okay. How you gonna name yourselves after an alphabet?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
This specific group is named after an alphabet, part of the alphabet. LGBTQ.
Oh.
How did that happen? What made y'all feel that y'all was a group of letters? When that happened?
I mean, they've always been, right? They were LGBT, and then they were LGBTQ, and then LGBTQIA, then LGBTQIA plus.
Yeah, we have different strands of insurance called AARP.
Yeah.
Nah. I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
So yeah.
I believe man should be able to do man shit. Women be able to do women shit. Okay.
What is man shit?
Work on cars, fix shit around the house, go to work.
So if a woman likes to work on cars, is she a man?
No, she's still a motherfucking woman. What the fuck?
So if a woman likes to work on cars, should she not be able to do those things because that's considered man shit?
Now, if her daddy trained her to be able to fix her own car so that she can gain some stage of independence in her life to where she understands she don't need a man, okay, I get that. But just to say that you could do it just as good and better as a man, that don't mean shit. Okay. If that makes sense. It don't make sense. That don't make you equal. Because I'm gonna let you know, my punch and a woman's punch is totally different. I don't care if you in boxing professionally or not. Men can do more damage to a woman than a woman can do to a man. That's why women work on emotions and mentality when it comes to, like disorienting a man. That's just my intake. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that they're just equal. There's one that's stronger and there's one that's less stronger. And I do believe, humbly believe that marriage should be between man and a woman, a dick and a pussy. And now they got artificial shit that you can use. Where you go? It's getting deep, huh? Yeah.
I got offended, so I clicked off. No, I'm fucking with you.
Hey, man. I mean, people.
No, I'm messing with you. I had to grab something, so I turned the camera off. I'm listening. Go ahead, finish what you were saying.
What is this? Another baked potato from last week? But yeah, that's what I believe, bro. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I love pussy. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm clapping for it. What the fuck is that? What you writing on? Oh, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Anybody please feel relaxed, okay? We're gonna talk about everything. You might be offended at some of the shit that we say. That's private chat.
Whatever.
In the private chat room, we have uh, Uncle Ruckus Jr. said, "Good luck with men doing men shit. That shit is all over with. It's all inclusive these days, bro."
It is.
Yeah, I can agree with that shit. Yeah, that's true. Cause niggas is walking in the gas station looking like women from the Kardashian show now. That shit's scary as fuck. Talking about hello. Like what the fuck? You not careful. Oh, that matter of fact, there's a TV show on that shit.
Martu, do you have a problem with the trans community? Do you not like
No,
what they're doing?
no. Because I don't have no control over what another human being does. I don't.
Okay.
But
Well, that's not what I asked you. I asked you, do you have a problem with the trans community? Are you a person who is anti-trans?
When you say trans, you talking about drag queens?
That's not the trans community. That's the
Yeah.
drag community. That's different.
Oh, okay. All right.
But okay.
Transgender.
But
Having
okay. How about you have a problem with the cross-dressing drag queen trans community? You have a problem with that community? The men who are dressing up like women and trying to become women.
okay. You want my honest answer. So I'm gonna give you my
No,
honest.
I want the lie. I want the dishonest answer first, and then give me the honest one.
Ain't no sense. No, I might as well just go full throttle at this because you asking me the question. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's what we want to know.
I'm in them motherfucking hot seat. Okay.
Yeah. We don't want to know the dishonest answer. Who the fuck wants to know that?
Right. It's called own up to your own shit. Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Ask the question again.
So do you have a problem with the trans cross-dressing and drag queen community?
Not really. What I am feeling uncomfortable about is if you gonna do this shit, be upfront, honest, and open about it. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody want that around them, or not everybody is comfortable with that being around them. Okay, all right. But if you are honest human being and say, hey, I rock this way, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a human being, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I would just be out there to just kick it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Have fun, this, that, and the other, have an ice cold Budweiser and call it a day. No, because it comes down to morality. It really does. Because especially if you grew up in the Christian community, the good book, the Bible, speaks against it. And it speaks against it when it comes to Abraham's brother Lot, okay? And it also comes down to the New Testament scripture in Romans. And if I'm correct, that is Romans chapters 6-8, and it really talks about that. You know what I'm saying? Where you take in on the natural with something that's not natural, that's not for you. Okay. And that's biblical. So if you say you Christian, in a sense, accepting that is hypocritical because it goes against that. It also goes against the 614 laws, okay, of the first 5 books of the Bible. This is why I tell people they don't totally believe what they say they believe, okay? And if you was caught with a dress on or having, any tendencies in the Old Testament, you got stoned. So I can't really, in this in this day society, I've just like, okay, you read the Bible, you did this. Okay, is there a human being first? Yes, but do I have to agree with the lifestyle? No. Am I going to be just like totally offended? I'm gonna be totally offended if you ain't honest about you being in the fucking closet.
Okay, so when you say they're not honest, what do you mean by they're not honest?
They're not. They're not
Like,
honest, bruh. Let me tell you
give,
something.
give me an example.
There are men going out here changing themselves into women, and then you got women out here that are changing themselves to men. Okay, but your original nature is your original nature. You cannot go against that. You can't go against your own DNA. Okay, structure. All right, you just can't. Um, it's unnatural, especially if you are a Christian. Not only that,
But what if you're not a Christian, right? I mean, many people in America are not Christians. They are believers in the stories of Jesus Christ, but they do not believe in Jesus Christ. Those are two different things.
listen, if you believe in the book, you got to take that book, all that book, not just some of that book, not just one scripture. And then not only reading that book, reading that book is more essential than listening to someone preach it. And I'm going to make this clear. If you ain't read that book for yourself, you're going to have a lot of misinterpretations, but some of those interpretations are only certain levels of understanding. Let me make that clear. But when it says plain as day in the book that you read, regardless if you're a Christian, because let's break this down, the word Christian really ain't in the fucking Bible. Okay? That was, if I'm correct, Lorenzo, Christians, the word Christian didn't really come to settle in until the Roman Empire. During what emperor?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Nero.
Is it
Something like that.
Nero?
Well, he set them all on fire, so they were already Christians before that.
So who was before Nero?
I'm not sure.
Let's say, and this is what I say, go look up your own history. Not just black, not just white. Look at both. It's going to give you information. All right. Let's start it off with Nero. Yeah, he did set the motherfuckers on fire, didn't he? But that's when Christianity really started. The word. Okay. I don't really believe that you're Christian anyway. I believe that you are a believer. You know what I'm saying? You believe in not just the teachings of the Old Testament, but you also believe in the teachings of the New Testament. When it comes to morality and the substance of morality is keeping the order. If you read that book, it keeps an order. Okay? You can't take one piece from over here back in the day and then compare it to today and say, okay, it's okay. We'll just let everything in. There was a point in time, even before the church, okay, when they still abide by that law of stoning. Jesus was witnessed it for himself when they tried to stone Mary Magdalene for being a hoe. Okay, they was gonna stone her ass. Why? Because of a morality issue. She was a hoe. All right. Now they said because of the law of Moses, she should be stoned because she a hoe. Okay. Now many of us have been hoes. Many of us should be stoned. Now,
Wait,
you, hey,
wait a minute now. Now you
hey,
ventured off into somewhere else. Hold on.
go ahead.
Before we start getting into hoes and shit, ain't nobody talking about that. I asked you a question about transsexuals and cross dressers, and you started talking about hoes
And
and stoning people because of Mary Magdalene. Do
but
you have a problem with transsexuals and cross dressers? Yes or no? Damn it!
why it has to be just yes or no? I gave you both sides of what I think.
It's a simple yes or no. Do you have a problem with that lifestyle? Do you
The
do you
morality of
hate? Let me
yes,
ask. Let me put it like this, nigga. You got some friends that's cross dressers.
no,
You got how you know? Right. You got some friends that's transsexual.
no.
How you know?
Come
Exactly.
on,
You got some friends that's transgender.
no, that not at all.
How you know? How you know? Exactly. Now, if you did have some friends that was transgender,
Mm-hmm.
would you have a problem with it?
No, because
Why wouldn't you have a problem with it?
why is because number one, we having a human conversation, a conversation of intellect. We either having fun.
You and this transgender person are working together. They are at your job.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that they're trans. You don't know that they were a transgender. They're just a nice person, very
Mm-hmm.
cool. You think it's a woman. It's all good. They ain't trying to fuck you. You not trying to fuck them. Are you okay with this transgender person?
Working with them, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
you all are
I'm gonna
just
treat you like a human being first.
okay. So then one day this person tells you, "Hey, I want to tell you, I was born a man."
Okay, now you speaking some truth. You owning up to your own truth.
What does it matter though? Why did they need to reveal that to you if before they even revealed that
I
to
did
you that
I
you
I did ask.
okay, but they reveal it to you. But once they reveal it to you, it's still all good, right? Everything is okay. You still cool with that person?
We gonna still chop it up, laugh,
Okay.
giggle. Well, yeah.
All right, great. Okay, so scenario two. You work with this person, it's a transgender, you don't know it's a transgender. This person, this woman is coming on to you and saying, "Hey, I'm very interested in you." And then you say, "I'm man, here's my number." You all exchange numbers, and
Mhm.
then someday at work they say, "Hey, you know what? I want to tell you, I was born a man."
I would cut it off.
You would stop talking to them.
Mhm.
Why?
Because I can't see the the act of a woman with a penis and she fucking me.
But she's not fucking you. She was interested in you. You all didn't do anything. You all didn't fuck. You all was just, fucking around. You were flirting with the idea that you all may date. And then this person revealed to you that they were a transgender person.
Huh?
Okay. So you would stop talking to them.
Yeah.
Why?
I would stop talking to them because I don't want because of my morality as a human being.
Wait a minute. What does your morality have to do with them being transgender and them telling you I'm transgender? What
I
does your
re,
morality have to do with that?
I respect the fact that they told me the truth, but I could never associate myself with that person.
You couldn't be friends with them?
Maybe on certain levels, yeah, you know.
What
Let's
levels
say
could
that
what levels could you be?
that would also go back to if that person was working with me as well. You know
Right,
what I'm
they
saying?
are. They're working with you. They are. I said that earlier. They're working with you. You all met at wherever you work,
Mm-hmm.
and you all started to like each other, and then they revealed to you, I'm transgender. Why would you stop talking to them? What's the
Morality.
difference between that person? What does your morality have to do with that person versus the first scenario where that person was not interested in you and they revealed that they were transgender?
Okay.
In the first scenario, you were working with a coworker. That person also said, "Hey, I'm transgender," and you were
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up." Right? It was all
Right.
good because that person
Uh,
wasn't interested in you. But in the second scenario, you and the person are interested in each other, and then the person tells you that they're transgender. Why is it that you have to stop talking to that person versus the first person?
hmm. Now
And
you're
what does
going to,
and what does morality have to do with any of that?
okay. For me, it would be this. I appreciate the fact that you was honest, but what would have happened if you didn't tell me? You know what I'm saying? And then I found out in another way we was in the act. How would you would have felt if I told you to get the fuck out of my house?
Well, that didn't happen.
Okay,
That that would
but
be different. That would be a totally different scenario.
and
That
I
would
act
that would
and
be
I
very,
actually
very
found
different.
out you had a package.
Right, that would be different. You all didn't make it that far, right? This is just you all were like, liking each other, and then they revealed to you, "Hey, I'm transgender."
Right, but I just couldn't do it. Now that might sound hypocritical.
Right, that's understandable that you can't date them, but why can't you continue to talk to them? Like you all can't be friends afterwards either, right?
Okay, but is it something by association?
You said what?
Something by association.
Guilty by association?
Not guilty by association.
Gay trans by association? Are you concerned that you will also be considered a trans
Because
person?
that too, because word would travel. Oh, Mark too gay as fuck.
Oh, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, man.
Are you so you think that the world is going to think that you are a trans person because you became friends with a trans person?
I'm trying to tell you, motherfuckers got feeble minds. They think that they
Man,
think it here, bruh. Trust me, this is how they work.
get the fuck out of here, dog. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
gonna be thinking
yeah,
that shit.
yeah. No, because motherfuckers will get slick and be like, "Oh, I heard you was with that snooty country the other day." You know what I'm
What?
saying? Yeah.
What? What is
You know what
going
I'm saying?
on here?
I see you was getting close to the gay guy the other day. What was that about? Like, what the fuck is you talking about, dog?
They wouldn't know he's trans. He's not gay. Gay and trans people are not all gay. That's not why they're trans.
And then your co-workers come surround you from time to time, giving those slick comments and like, I heard about you,
Why
Marcus.
does any of that matter though? Why are you concerned about what these other people think and not about the integrity of this person? Because in both scenarios, those people are pretty integritous. They told you that they were trans. They did not mislead you. They made you believe they were like, "Hey, this is who I am and it's your decision if you want to continue on." And they didn't pressure you, but you decided that you didn't want to be friends with those trans people. Well, the first one you were okay with, but the second
Yeah,
one you felt differently. I think you only feel that way because you feel insecure about yourself because you allowed yourself to fall for the trans person.
but I'm a confident motherfucker, so I
Right.
wouldn't
I
care
I
less.
get that. I get that. But if a trans woman made you like her, like if you started feeling like, oh man, this bitch is tight, and then that trans woman guilty by association.
This motherfucker.
You're not gonna be guilty. You're not gonna be guilty by association. Like as soon as you become friends with a trans person, the whole trans community is gonna know. They're gonna put your face on the trans wall. Like, boom, Martu, he's one of us now. That's fucking crazy. That's ridiculous.
But I will say this: I do have friends on the other side.
On what other side?
You know what I'm saying? There are
what's the other side? Women have turned into men.
Men that have turned over to being feminine, and then
no, not feminine. Women, they're not feminine. Those are gay men. Gay men are effeminate. These are women. They have become what they've taken their dicks off, Martu. They're not effeminate. They have no penises. Penises are gone. They've been turned into vaginas. Have you seen the procedure? How they do it? How they cut that motherfucker open and pull all that fucking skin back and tissue back and make a vagina out of a penis? Have you seen this procedure?
Yeah, they pussy fell out.
Right. They are not effeminate, bro. They are women now. Full on.
I mean, and some of these transformations are so motherfucking what's the word to use so that I can't spell again?
I don't know. Believable?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a white girl. Her name is Gigi Gorgeous. There's a white girl or white whatever. You see that motherfucker, and you tell me that there's not some what the fuck? How the fuck are they doing this shit? How are you doing this? How is this even possible? But either way, okay. I don't know. I only asked you that because it sounded like you had a problem with the trans community. I don't know.
No, I don't. It's just
I hope you
don't tell me.
I'm trans. I'm trans.
Okay, whatever, motherfucker.
I am. I'm trans birth. Hold on. No, today is not my birthday, but tomorrow might be because I'm birth fluid. I'm also religiously fluid. I don't know. Maybe some days I am Muslim. Today I am Christian. Tomorrow I could be a Jew. So I'm religiously fluid as well as trans fluid. I'm also trans ethnic. I am also Antarctican. I identify with the people of Antarctica. There are 451 of us, and we deserve a flag and rights and our own spot at the UN. God damn it!
I don't know about that, man.
And we don't want NATO encroachment.
Because if I come to the United States and I hit that podium, they'll be like, "Why the fuck y'all fucking up the world?" It'll be on the news. It'll be on CNN, C-SPAN.
They probably would ask you the same thing. Why are you allowing us to fuck up the world? Why have you given us carte blanche? It's your fault. We didn't ask for this shit. You said do it.
How can you blame me for something that you don't take ownership in yourself?
Because they don't have to take ownership. The government does not have to take ownership for any of those things because they are doing what the people have asked. Everything that they have done, the people have asked for. They are not doing anything that the people have not asked for.
Give me an example of that, please.
A result of your economic inflation is from giving all that money out during the during the COVID because people wanted just a bunch of money.
You talking about those? You talking about them?
All of it. PPP loans, all of that. It's a direct result of that. Now, some people would say, but the COVID, they shut down everything. No, you shut down everything. There were scientists that said it's not that serious. We don't need to be shutting down everything. And the people panicked. They panicked. So, okay, the government shut down everything. All right, fine. you want it, you got it. Okay, we'll do it. Then they shut it down. They said, I can't believe you shut everything down. Now it's all ruined. They said, all right, we'll open it back up. Wow, how are you just going to open it back up? I am trans. I just said what kind of trans person I was. Please don't disrespect my trans community. Now, if you want more literature on trans birth, I advise that you contact me so I can maybe you're trans birth too.
I'm a
Maybe hold on, maybe today is not your birthday. Maybe today is the birthday that you were told it was. Maybe tomorrow is the birthday that you feel. And if you feel like tomorrow and you identify with tomorrow being your birthday, isn't tomorrow your birthday?
Hey, the only
Come
thing we
on,
gotta
damn it. Come on,
hey,
damn it. Don't talk to me. Don't tell me about how people ain't trans. We all trans. Some of
hey,
us are trans economic. I'm working on that too. How I
I'm
can
a
feel like a millionaire. Therefore, the government should give me $1 million. I identify with one. I identify with a billionaire. God damn it. Where's my money? Come on now. Come on now. We're all trans. We just haven't figured out our trans privilege. How can we make this trans shit work for you? What do you need? Figure it out. Identify with it.
I'm a transformer.
Okay, so you're a Decepticon. Great.
No, I'm not a Decepticon. I'm an Autobot, motherfucker.
Autobots are not Transformers, so you're not a Transformer.
What the fuck?
Autobots are not Transformers, and you know that.
What the fuck is that?
Autobots are not Transformers, and you know that.
That is not true.
That is very much true.
That's not what the movie said.
I don't know what the movie said. What are you talking about? The original cartoon, ain't no Autobots, ain't no Transformers.
Autobots?
Autobots.
Then what do they call them?
I don't know.
There's Decepticons and Autobots.
Oh, there are the Decepticons and Autobots and Transformers. You're right.
Stop playing, man.
You're right. There are Autobots and Transformers.
I was mad that Optimus Prime died in the second motherfucking movie, nigga. Okay. Shit.
That's funny.
Hey, and some motherfuckers don't remember that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
It don't.
You are right.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. What is your favorite 007 movie? That's a good one, ain't it?
I don't know. Goldfinger. The one with Pierce Brosnan, yeah.
Okay. Now, for some reason, Sean Connery was the slickest to me.
Well, he was the best, yeah.
He was the slickest.
I probably only remember Goldfinger because I was working in the movie theater at that time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was out all the time.
Now, the one that played with Halle Berry, he was all right.
Isn't that Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah.
It's the skinny one.
Why does the 007 have to die in this last one?
Because they have to make way for the new female 007. She's gonna be a black woman.
Really?
That's what I was told.
Who this supposed to represent? Kamala Harris?
No, I don't. What?
Yeah, some conspiracy shit.
No, I don't think 007 has anything to do with America. That's a UK series. They care less about what we got going on.
Can I ask you a real good question? Why do we as like black people, the only thing we know how to do is march?
March, like we know how to stomp and walk on the ground? March,
like.
Well, I don't know if that's the only thing that black people know how to do.
Protest.
I don't know if that's the only thing that black people know how to do. I was thinking about some, I don't think that's the only thing black people know how to do.
Okay, break it down to me, because to me, every time we have a problem, we holding signs, picket fences, selling burgers, hot dogs, chicken dinners.
Well, see, there you go. You just found another thing that black people are good at. Marketing. Boom, boom. You just figure out something else. There you go. See, mercantile ship. Boom. Just figure out
but we
another thing
only
black
but
you
we
got.
only marching. We ain't doing no type of solution. Like, I'm gonna give you a good example.
Yeah, yeah. Why don't you give me an example?
How many of the NBA black stars, football stars, and black stars, period, really give back to their community? I don't see it.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll ask you this: what is their obligation to those communities now that they are no longer living in those communities?
Because black people always say we need our own, right? But
I
we
don't
don't
know.
have
Do,
we
do
how
black
we
people always say that?
I mean, from the people
Is that is that a consensus around the Negro?
we always crying about having another Black Wall Street.
We've
It's
had many
pop,
black we've had many Black Wall Streets.
okay, but we always living in a memory instead of doing something now.
Okay.
Like, we can all come together as one people, but we always be mugging each other in the street. Or is it just because, or is it just we the hood me mucking the good black folks, and the good black folks just say, "Oh, I give up." Because I had to be honest, bro. Some of our black folks, we dumb as fuck. We'll do the opposite just to piss the motherfucker off. We petty motherfuckers.
Mhm.
We is. We are petty. If we had a chance to be petty, do something stupid, we would do it.
Well, well, what I'll say is this. So, because of the area that I live in,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of poor whites around me. A lot of poor
Mm-hmm.
whites. I really don't think that this is it's just a black thing. I think that it is a state of mind. It is a impoverished and a redneck type style of thinking. And there's a redneck and everything. There's a black redneck. There's a white redneck. The redneck of shoes would be called Payless. The redneck of cars would be Daewoo, because Daewoo has no business making vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So these it's a degenerate pretty much. And so what I think is that not all black people are not coming together. There are many blacks that are taking their funding and they are trying to help other blacks. The only problem is that Americans, more so than now, I'll say Americans more than black or white, they're deceitful and they lust for, and they're greed. They're just greedy. They have a
Mm-hmm.
lust for greed that is more important than the idea of community. And like last week when we talked about hip hop, and I said, the best thing to do is to get a collective and all that. That's hard now because everybody has this idea of individualism, and that's the problem with with a lot of communities in America. It's only when people want to be a collective is created. I mean, I've seen it happen in Chicago with black people, black businesses coming together, female businesses, female
Mm-hmm.
groups, association groups coming together, and they're doing positive things. But what I see is that there's a degenerate behavior amongst Americans, which allows them to suffer the consequences of never being successful because they're too busy trying to figure out how to be greedy and not successful. And that's two different aims. And I think that in the black community, one of the biggest things is not trying to maintain a business, but just say that you had one.
Really?
Also, I had a business. Well, how did it do? Oh, I don't have it anymore. And then you can make the excuse, oh, well, the white man didn't want me to have my business. Well, probably was bad finances, or you probably didn't manage it properly, or maybe it was your first business and it failed because there's a lesson to be learned here for your second business.
Okay.
But you don't see it that way, and I don't think that's a black thing. I think that's an American thing, but I think that a ignorant type of people in America of various races think that way. I see it up here all the time. I see it in this area I'm in. There are tons of white businesses that are opening up and then they fail because the aim is not to have a business that is successful. The aim is just to say, I'm a woman with a business. The aim is to say that I am a person who had a business. The aim is to try to defraud the company. I mean, the PPP loans, when you think about it, they weren't black people who defrauded they did those things. And we're just talking about black businesses, right? It wasn't a lot of black people who defaulted on their PPP loans. You may hear about a lot of blacks, but in the whole scheme of it, it was a lot of white businesses as well. And
Mm.
a lot of those people who defaulted on their PPP loans were just ignorant degenerates. And then there were many people, white and black, who took their PPP loans and they did the proper things, and they're still open today.
Hmm.
So
So it's not so much the color barrier; it is the attitude of how we go about everything.
yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is the attitude. I think that's part of the reason why, and it's what is it that you're trying to get, right? So in the black community, I think that one of the biggest problems is that the aim is off. The aim is very much off. It is not at anything realistic or anything of substance. Everything seems like it's a one-upship. I want to one up, or I want to meet the white man. I want to figure out where he is, get to where he is at, meet him there, and then say ha, I'm here. I always use the example on my show of the African American is so I have realized that the African American in his quest to try to find equality, he has
Mm-hmm.
become so obsessed with the white man that he doesn't even understand economics enough to see the true leader in his nation's economics. So he is striving to reach the white man status. I can't wait to get to that white man. We at number 10. Ooh, I'm gonna get to that white man. But at number 1 is the Chinese man. And at number 2 is the Korean man. And at number 3 is the Vietnamese man. And at number 4 is the Taiwanese man. And at number 5 is the Pakistani. And at number 6 is the Caucasian. And so the African American is not even striving for greatness in economics. He's striving for whiteness in economics. And so I don't even think that this is, and when I say this, I'm not saying all black people think this way either. I don't want this to be like a generalization, like I'm saying every
Yeah,
single black person thinks this. I don't think that. I do think that this is what black leadership is promoting subconsciously onto the African American race. And there are some blacks who think I'm not trying to be where the white man is. I want my own. And the black society then says those people are crazy. Those people are insane. Those people, we shouldn't listen to them. And so those people, they get boxed out. Their voices are marginalized.
yeah,
I'm sure that there are many people, African Americans, who have felt that way, right? They wanted to strive for something greater. They felt that the African American community could benefit from something totally beneficial and not some type of a marching or not some kind of a protest where we laying all out and saying we need to hear white voices or we need to, kneel around, get on our knees and stuff, and that's going to prove a point. I'm sure that there are many African Americans who have said, nah, man, the real thing is to create programs and get our black men back in our black children's lives and figure out, ways to help black businesses get off the ground and get working. And those ideas are exactly what should happen in the black community. But the message is way more important than the actions. And so when the message is always the white man needs to give up, or he needs to give us, or we need to take from, then the aim can never be we need to create, we need to do for ourselves, we need to better ourselves and clean up our own backyard.
that's a good point that you said at the end. Is the fact that we need to clean up our own backyard. Now, let me ask you another question. Is there any such thing as black on black crime or white on white
Sure.
crime or Chinese white on white crime? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Or are
Sure.
those just coined phrases?
No, I mean, of course those things exist. Of course, white on white crime exists, black on black crime exists, white on black crime exists, white on Asian crime exists, Asian on black crime. I mean, I don't
But you
I
don't
don't know if that
hear,
exists.
you don't, but you do not hear those other coin phrases, but you do hear black on black crime.
I
Now,
think I think the
does it
only reason
exist?
I think the only reason that you hear black on black crime is because of the African American leadership making excuses and blaming when whites do things to blacks and making a big deal about it, making it seem like it's an epidemic. And I think that that is what led to the term or the focus being put on black crime. I don't think that black on black crime is something that just was, oh, Republicans or racists just said, hey, let's just start talking about it. I think
Mhm.
that the black leadership kept focusing on when white cops do things to black people. And they started saying, oh my God, it's so terrible. Look at how bad it is when they do stuff to us. This goes back in line with what I was just saying. But anyway, we'll talk about that at another time. Anyway, it the whole, it's that's worse. So the counter argument to that is, well, look at what you're doing in your own shit. Look at your own shit. How you gonna
Okay.
sit up here and talk about what someone else is doing to you, and you all are doing this shit every day in abundance?
Now, when another black brother kills another black brother out of ignorance or anger or anything, what do you call that?
What do you mean when another
Wh-
black brother kills another black brother out of ignorance or anger? What do you call that? You call that murder.
But that's not black on black crime.
I mean, sure, are these two black men?
Okay. But isn't that a coin phrase only for us?
No, white on white crime exists as well. If one white man shoots another white man, that is white on white crime.
Okay. Hmm. So there's so what's the problem with the coin phrase then? If black on black crime don't exist,
Wait a minute,
because
who's saying that it doesn't exist
uh,
first?
I've heard many black folks say that black on black crime don't exist.
Well, see, that's the problem, right? So the problem, so once again, the issue is not with the phrase. The issue is with the people who have issue with the phrase. So the only people who have a problem with the phrase are the same people who are arguing, who created the argument for the phrase to be used in the first place.
Okay, where
There
is
would, once again, there would never have been a need to point out black on black crime if African Americans weren't constantly acting as if when white people do violence to black people, it's an epidemic. That's where the argument for black on black crime comes from. It comes from, okay, Rodney King happens, so we're going to complain about how terrible police are. Well, that's just one incident in the past. What, right? If you look at it from that moment, 1991 is when that happened. 92. So that incident happens. Okay, when was the last time that this happened? So if we go and we try to find the last time, maybe it was a week ago, maybe it was a month ago. How often do you all kill yourselves on a daily basis for gangbanging? Every day. And if we take nationwide, the amount of police brutality situations on blacks would never measure the amount of gang violence that has decimated the black community. And so when that's the only reason why the black on black crime argument was brought up. It wasn't brought up because people said pay attention to the black on black crime. No one cared. It's kind of like this. No one gave a fuck about trans people pissing next to you until trans people said, hey, you need to pay attention to me pissing next to you. No one cared. No one gave a fuck. There was no man going into the bathroom saying, oh, it better not be no trans man in here. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't care.
right?
There were never women saying, oh my God, I went to go urinate, and could you believe there was a guy in there? They didn't care. So trans people wanted attention for that. So they made a big deal. They said, hey, we're pissing in your bathrooms. How come you all don't see us and pay attention to us? We hate it. You need to recognize us. It's the same situation here. The African Americans made an argument about something that was not really an argument. It was something that, okay, it happens. It's unfortunate that it happens. We should deal with it on an individual basis, basically, instead of making it sound like it's this national pandemic. When you have this real issue, a national epidemic, when you have this real issue that is plaguing the African American community every day, and there is no focus on it. So that's the only reason why you have the black on black crime argument and why you don't have the same argument for white on white crime. That's the only reason why.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna veer off just a tad bit. What do you think about these school shootings? I have never witnessed or heard since I've been alive a black child or a black man or a black woman going into school just dumping on kids and teachers. Never.
Right.
Now, what is the issue with this where we see a school shooting is someone of Caucasian descent and nothing's they kind of like in somewhat way get a slap on the wrist. Can we talk?
I don't know anything about any school shooters getting a slap on the wrist. I don't know anything about that. They all are either dead or in jail.
Okay.
All of them. There is not one of them that's sitting around like at the crib, legs kicked up, talking about some life is great. I shot everybody at that school and I'm free.
Well, they gave a Burger King meal to the dude that shot up Sandy Hook. Am I correct?
No, no, man. Wow. whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow, did you blend two stories to you? Whoa, man. Wow, did you blend two stories?
Is it Sandy Hook?
Whoo, man, you blended two stories together. That is crazy. Wow.
They put a vest on this motherfucker.
Wow. Wow, man.
Took him to Burger King.
Boy, you crazy. You didn't blend two stories together. That's not true.
It's not true. Some of it is story.
No, you Sandy Hook. That young man died there. He was killed at Sandy Hook. He did not make it out.
Oh,
you are thinking about Dylan Storm Roof from the AME church shooting.
There you go. Okay, you know where I was going. Okay.
And they did not take him to Burger King.
Did?
No, they did not.
So that's where propaganda comes in.
Well, that's where people don't understand the situation, and they've made it seem like what they wanted to make it seem like. What happened is that Dylan Storm Roof, he went to jail in a small county. In the small county, they have to feed you. They don't have a big, like in Chicago, you go to Cook County, well, they have a kitchen on staff. So you're going to eat whatever the fuck is there. So this place, the nearest thing was a Burger King. So they went and got the motherfucker some Burger King. But they have to feed them. I mean, that's part of the whole detainment thing that they have is some part of the, I think some federal law about when the police detain you, they have to give you food. If you're going to be detained, they have to feed you. And so if they don't have a kitchen staff on staff, they have to figure out a way to feed you. So there's a fund to feed these fucks. And I mean, people act as if he went in there and got a Big King, a double Big King and a large fry and fucking chicken nuggets. And they were like, hey, grab my man a Happy Meal and give him a king hat. And like they put a little crown on him and shit. And they had a big.
He got one of them orange juices down there.
Give him a shake. Give him a chocolate shake. He did good today. He killed some chocolate people. Ah! Nah, that's not what happened. They didn't treat him like he was a god. The motherfucker is sitting in jail right now. I mean, if they just want him to get off, why is ass in the jail now? What's the purpose of this? He just taking some fucking sit his ass home.
Okay. What was the issue or the problem with the George Floyd thing?
I don't know. What do you mean? What was the issue of the problem? Like, what do you mean more specifically?
Okay, you know.
There were
You,
many issues and problems with the George Floyd thing, but what do you mean specifically?
okay, did the cop kill him on purpose?
No, I don't think that the cop killed him on purpose. No,
Or why do you believe that?
because I don't think that his intentions were to kill George Floyd that day.
Hmm. But do you think the procedure that he was using, the knee on the neck, don't you think that kind of incites cutting off circulation?
Yes.
So there had to be an intention.
I think he used the hold that the police academy told him to use. And what he should have done is once George Floyd had said, I'm done, man, I'm done, he then should have got off of George Floyd and tried to put him back in the car because George Floyd had already verbally said that he was resisting. So that was the end of it.
Is that what the tape said?
Yeah, the tape shows George Floyd saying, I'm done. I'm done. Before George Floyd even any I believe that's about what is it, 8 minutes or something. I believe that's about 4 minutes in. George Floyd says, I'm done, man. I'm done. He's on it, and he says it. I'm done. I'm done. So that's when he should have got off of him. That's when he should have said, okay. And he should have started giving them instructions like, we about to put you in the car. Because he gave him a verbal command. Well, he gave him a verbal notification that he was done. I'm done resisting. I'm good, man. Fuck. I'm through playing this game with y'all. So they should have tried to put him in the car at that point.
Now, do you think is the problem on both sides? Him resisting, and then not only resisting, do you think that the officers were wrong or the officer?
I think that Derek Chauvin is wrong for what I just said. Derek Chauvin is wrong for, and I think that George Floyd is wrong for a plethora of things that day, which led to that incident and that whole interaction.
Mm. Now, see, I think you worded it beautifully because on both sides of the fence, you got propaganda saying one thing, and then you got other people saying another because they actually dig down in the rabbit hole to find certain information to be like, okay, this ain't
Right,
all the way the truth, and this is
right,
the pop. This is the power of propaganda. Now,
right.
I, before we leave, I want you to talk about what is the true purpose of propaganda? What is the true purpose of marketing? And what is the true purpose of broadcasting?
Well, I don't know. The broadcasting and all that are different. Broadcasting is to just give information and make money off of sponsorship. However, the purpose of propaganda and marketing, I mean, it's to influence behavior. As Edward Bernays, who is the father of public relations, which started in 1903 with the campaign for um, when uh, Beech Nut. Beech Nut was the company. They used to create cured hams. And there was a book that came out called The Jungle. And The Jungle talked about how terrible meat packing plants were.
Mm,
And it's interesting how many businesses this affected and created from this. Like White Castles was created as a result of The Jungle. It's very interesting. But Beech Nut was having a problem moving their ham. And so they called up Edward Bernays, and they asked Edward Bernays, what do you think would be the best method to move this ham? What should we do? And Edward Bernays said, you should pair it with something. Pair it with whatever people are already eating in the morning and tell them that it's a balanced breakfast. And so they said, well, people are eating at the moment, they're just taking some toast and maybe a little like boiled egg, and they're going off to work. He said, put some meat with it. Tell them it's a balanced breakfast. And well, God damn it, wouldn't you know that now people just can't have their bacon and eggs and meat and bread without, they can't have it. They cannot start their mornings without it now because
mhm.
it's the only way to start your morning off is with a well-balanced breakfast. But that was Edward Bernays who created that. The idea of putting pianos in your home. You walk into someone's house, they have a piano in their home, and you think, oh man, they must have money. That came from Edward Bernays as well. I forget the name of the piano company. It was a big one. I can't remember the name of it. But they were having some financial issues. They couldn't move all these grand pianos that they had ordered. So they had all these grand pianos and they couldn't figure out a way to move them. Edward Bernays said, man, what you should do is you should try to get the celebrities to purchase them, or get people who want to appear as popular or as wealthy as the celebrities, and get them to purchase these grand pianos and put them in their homes. And then people will say, wow, you got a piano, you must be rich. And wouldn't you believe that that still happens today? People have pianos in their home, and it gives off the sense of elegance as if you have money.
This is
So,
just a backdrop, y'all. I do not own a piano. Okay.
I didn't even see that piano, but there's a good example in the background. See, exactly. There you go. I didn't even see that piano. So there you go. But that's all these things are. So that's what propaganda and media are for, or marketing are for. They're basically to sway opinion and to make people think what are needed to be thought, so that things can happen the way that they need to happen. In society, there's always in society. I think when people think about the government, they think that the government is playing a game and they have all this control. And what they don't realize is that when government got in bed with business, business had control, because business has the money. Government just has policy, but policy can be bought. So if I can buy policy, who's really in control? And so this is why I said earlier, it's not the politicians who are the problem. It's the people. The people are the ones who don't want freedom and liberty. They don't want it. The politicians do the bidding of the people, and the businesses tell the people what they should go for. They tell the people, you should be for this. You should be for that. You should be for this. You just saw it. If people don't realize it, I want people to pay attention to something very interesting that just happened. And then I'll stop. I'm probably talking too much, but I just want people to pay attention to this. Okay. When the coronavirus pandemic started, the nurses worked around the clock. Oh my God, did they work around the clock? There were commercials telling you to, show some love to the nurses. Motherfuckers went outside and started clapping like pigeons out their windows for the nurses. That was a thing, to clap out the window for the nurses. I didn't understand it. I thought, man, those pigeons are going to come and shit on you fucks. Wait till those motherfuckers come. That's what you all are doing. You're clapping for the pigeons. You're letting the pigeons know that you're still there, because they try to figure out, where the fuck is all the humans? Did y'all leave us? Is it just us now? Because that's what the pigeons try to figure out. What the fuck happened to all the humans? Then they heard the clapping. They said, them niggas still around. Okay, got it. So y'all did all that. Then as the pandemic started to subside, and there was all this talk about vaccines, you had nurses in New York saying, I'm not getting a vaccine because I don't agree with it. And then the people were told, well, those people should be fired. They are traitors.
But they were just heroes a week ago.
God damn it. Did they not uplift these people and then demonize them for their choice? And then turn around and tell you about abortion. My body, my choice. Not your body, your choice with vaccinations. And then give you the excuse, well, people will die from coronavirus if you don't get the vaccine. No one's going to die from an abortion. Interesting. That's the excuse. But the bottom line that I'm getting at is the propaganda that was used to make you love the nurses was the same propaganda used to make you hate them and demonize them later on and push for their unemployment and say that they don't deserve jobs if they don't get vaccinated. It's the same thing. And the people are the ones who asked for this. You asked for the nurses to work around the clock. You said we need to keep our hospitals open. They need to work every day, all day. And because of their nature and because they take that oath to do not harm, that medical oath, they're all about that. And I understand that. I respect the nurses. I'm not saying anything bad about them. This is not a rant about the nurses being bad or anything negative about them. But what I'm getting at is that is exactly what the media wanted and what the propaganda wanted and what business wanted is what you ended up wanting, and your politicians made it happen because you asked for it.
Now, ain't that giving away too much power? Come on, Lorenzo. I mean, I don't like giving away power that's mine.
Well, it's too bad. I mean, unfortunately for all of us, power has been slowly given away since the Civil War. That is the first time that you had a government official come in and decide I'm going to mandate a law, and I don't care what the states say, and I don't care if I get actual ratification of any of these bills that I'm passing. I'm going to do what I want, and so what?
Now, are we talking about Trump or are we talking about Biden?
No, I said since the Civil War, so that would be Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did take me back in time. Okay. Hmm. This was a very interesting conversation tonight. I learned a lot, even though there's a lot of words I just could not spell that I was able to pronounce. Okay. Real talk.
Yeah, like independence and independence.
Yeah, because I thought they were pretty much the same damn word.
No, they're not.
Oh, well,
And
you
thank
know.
you to Keith Light, because I thought he meant independent and independence, but apparently it was independence
Shout out to Keith
and
Light
independence.
and the
I
million
got it.
people that are tuned in tonight. Thank you for being. Um, thank you for the viewership. Please like and comment and share the show with someone that has an open mind to listen to some commentary. Now, all commentary and all the questions that I gave and all the questions that he gave, these are things that we talk about on a daily basis when we have conversation. We have a very good friendship, very good brotherhood, and I feel like we need to build a collective of open-minded as a collective. Because what did you say? Nothing works without a collective. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah, the idea of communism, those people who support communism, I have recently been trying to understand how could you support communism, right? I'm an open-minded guy. I'm a conservative, but I enjoy trying to understand the other side. And I thought about it and I was like, the idea of communism makes sense in a small group, right? If it's 10 of us and we want to share our profits and put them together and we want to put them all into a pot and then we'll see how that works for us to build. Well, hell yeah, that shit's gonna build. We're gonna do fantastic if we keep that going. But
Right.
then when it gets to 10,000 of us, well, now we got a problem because we all can't be putting in the same amount. We got kids now, right? Some of that 10,000 is disabled people. Some of that 10,000 is old people. Some of that
Mm-hmm.
10,000 is feeble people. Some of that 10,000 is people who don't make as much. So now we got a problem. So one of the things that I always think about is that in order for a group to work, I say all that to say, in order for a group to work, yeah, you can be communist in this type of situation. You can think like communists and figure that if the collective is functioning together and all people are putting in what they are good at, they're working with their goods to create their means, right? Everything that you produce is a part of the commune. Like, so you do this show, or you do beats, or you make music, or I don't know, you suck the dick, right? You're the chick who comes and sucks everyone's dick. That you're a part of the commune. We need you. You're important to the commune. We all gotta bust nuts, right? Gotta release some stress.
Right, right,
So there you
right.
go. There you have it.
Um, Lorenzo, tell them where they can find you on social media, especially YouTube.
Yeah, we have everything. We have the best Instagram page of the planet. I think we have like 75,000 pictures. The best pictures of babies, the best picture of food, the best picture of butts, the best picture of hot men, the best picture of hot women, the best picture of the biggest breasts, the biggest booties, the flattest booties. It doesn't even matter. The best feet. We have it all at the Random Radio Instagram page, which you can go and follow right now.
I told
And
I told Phil K he needed to knock that shit off. He got too much up there, you
Yes,
know.
well, hey, whatever. We are also at Facebook, and if you type in, I think at RRP Show, just type in the at symbol RRP Show into your Google search, and everything about Random Radio will come up. I'm pretty sure some old episodes of the Random Radio podcast show where we played music might come up if they're still up at YouTube. If Distro Kid hasn't fucking gotten all of our shit taken down. And then if damn it, man, they suck, bro. And then you can also go check out Random Things You Need to Know, which is my social commentary show where I discuss things like this, but it's just me talking at you, and then you can talk back to me in the comment section, and I'll read that later. And
by the way,
I'll let you have the last word too. I won't even respond. I'll let you have the last word.
All right. And I want to give a shout out to Phil K because I know he listening. You know what I'm saying? But go check out Pride on SoundCloud. All right. Type in Pride. Go to Phil Cat. Listen to that album, okay?
I mean, man, you can go listen to Celebrate Love. He's not rapping on that.
You say he's not that good of a rapper, huh?
I mean, he's not rapping. He's got music where he's not rapping. I mean, people should go check that out. It's really good music. But I mean, if you want to hear some okay bars, go do that. Go do that. go do what Martu said. He's got some really good instrumentals. Those are really good. I love the instrumentals. I love them in the background of the show. I used to love that. I was like, oh my God, these instrumentals are fantastic. This is great music. I love this shit. Right? I love College Root Productions. Shout out to College Root Productions. Fantastic beats. Fantastic production team. Great music. But as far as those raps, I mean.
Damn. I know he like, fuck both y'all. This is your favorite uncle, Martu, aka Uncle Deuce, about the Nickel Radio, The Frequency. We'll be back with another episode next week at 8 p.m. We will be on time next week, but we will be on Facebook because we're testing the waters. But all episodes will be on YouTube so that you can check out the commentary. Like I said, it's time to be uncomfortable. It's time to be uncomfortable.
I just want to say this. I just want to say one last thing. There are men out there who are wrecking homes. They are wrecking homes. They are sleeping with women who are married, who have children and husbands and boyfriends. You know exactly who you people are. You know who you are. I know a person individually who's doing this. I told him I was going to air his ass out on the fucking show. He thought it was a game. I told him it was going to happen because it needs to be aired out. You need to stop wrecking homes. Stop it. Stop it. Enough is enough.
I'm trying to tell you. We about to get in that ass.
Stop
we
it,
just
Kellen.
What was his name? What was his name? Color?
People can rewind the shit. They can rewind.
They gonna probably tune in next week and be like, "Who the fuck is Color?" Next week we will be on time, but we will be on Facebook next week. So just preparing y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna unleash the wolves soon. We just, we not full throttle. The motor is revved up, but we haven't idled out yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know how we think, why we think what we think. It's different. But I will say this, it works because you got to be able to, in order to get wisdom and all that get an understanding. And if you're not able to get an understanding or an overstanding of a situation, then I would say, just like the Apostle Paul would say, if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. And nobody in their rightest mind wants to be ignorant, nigga. That's what I do believe. So you're gonna hear a lot of commentary, but we're not gonna argue with nobody in the chat room. We're not. We're gonna speak what we do believe is the truth. And whether you black, white, purple, purple. Red, yellow, yeah, purple.
If you purple, send some pictures. I want to see what this purple shit look like. You see that?
Right.
If you a woman and you purple, is it still pink?
Right.
You know what
And
I mean.
guess what? And guess what? We is not gonna care about your affiliation, whether you are Democrat or Republican. We do not give a fuck.
I care more
Okay.
about you being purple. I care more about this. I've never seen purple people, so I care more about that. I want to know what that is.
Hey, I
The
think
only nigga I know that's purple is Grimace from McDonald's.
yeah, but
It's
you
the
ate
only
too many
nigga I know that's
burgers, bro.
it's the only nigga I know that's
You ate
purple.
too many burgers. I work with a grimace.
You work with a Grimace.
I work with a grimace. Trust me. They eat too much. They want everything well done. God damn it. Don't have a proper diet looking at it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. So what you got coming up in the next following shows?
we got I don't know. See, I try to tell people a show, and then the week happens, and then
Mm.
stuff happens throughout the week, and then that ends up being the show. I
And
did
it
not
kind
I did not expect to be talking about cucumber sucking contest this week.
was
It
it
happened.
interesting? Was it interesting at least?
Was what interesting?
Was the deep throating of the cucumber interesting?
I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming so. I mean, I don't know why people would want to do that. You know, I mean, we talked about that on the show. I don't know why people would want to do that. You know, I don't know why you would want to do any of that for $100. I think it's degrading. But you know, about a woman and women's empowerment is different these days. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's strange, ain't it?
it means something. I mean, you know, I think that it's the perversion of everything. It's just like how the other day, you know, I heard a woman. She was talking about how she's a feminist. She was explaining what transgenderism is,
Mm-hmm.
and as she was explaining, I was thinking, you know what? I mean that makes sense to me. Like I guess her theory is that transgenderism is a it's kind of like a perversion or a of feminism. So basically, where feminism said just because a boy, uh, you know, put on a dress doesn't mean that he's gay, or it doesn't mean that he's not a boy. It just means that maybe he's not a conventional boy. He likes dresses, right? So, you know, feminism wants to take away the ability, well, the new age feminism wants to take away all the gender norms, get rid of gender norms. You know,
Mm-hmm.
girls can play with trucks and girls can play football and stuff like that. All right, that's
Right.
fine. That's fine. And so transgenderism says, well, we're taking it a step further. So if you're a boy and you wear a dress, not only are you non-conforming to your gender, but you're also conforming to the other gender. So we're gonna take the stereotype of the other gender and we're gonna place it onto you because you're doing these things.
Hmm.
So you know, I mean, I kind of felt like that's an interesting look on transgenderism because that is kind of what it is. Everything is based on gender norms, right? I
What do
feel
you
like a
think?
woman.
What do you think about transhumanism?
Or
You know,
where you can be like different shit.
uh,
What is transhumanism? Can you be like different humans?
you having an implant chip in your body and
What?
you, you know, yeah, and your consciousness is downloaded into it and you become a god and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Machinery
yeah,
is not gonna make you become a god because
okay.
the divinity is already within all of us. We are already gods.
Is that true?
That's right. Because Jesus Christ lives in all of us, right?
Last time I checked, and you know, I'm not really trying to quote Nipsey Hussle.
Allah exists in all of us, right?
Right,
Adonai exists in all of us.
right,
Buddha's teaching is for those who seek it. So that means that it exists in the ones who go and search for it. That's
right,
anyone, right?
right,
So then we all are gods. We're already there. We just need to recognize our divinity,
right.
right?
Mm.
So
That's in,
there's no chip that can do anything. I don't know.
you don't think it'll happen?
It can make you a slave and you believe you're a god. The same way how slaves didn't realize that they were slaves, they thought they were free. The same way that slaves think they're free today.
Well, I'm free. Ain't you free?
I believe that I am free.
Okay. Do you believe that you're free because of the papers, or do you believe that you're a free human being?
I believe that I am free of many things, and many things are vices that I am a slave to.
Now that is interesting. I tell you what, I'm gonna let you give the last word today.
I don't have a last. What's the last? What should I say?
Word of encouragement.
Oh, the words of encouragement. Oh, should I? I wish I had a camera here so I could turn to it like Jerry Springer and do like the final thought. I could probably
You
do
are
it.
not the father.
I could probably do it here. Let me see if I could turn like a nice light on or something. There we go.
Okay.
I don't have anything to say. All I have to say is go check out Random Radio. It's up at YouTube right now. Random things you need to know. There you go.
This is Bite the Nickel Radio, the frequency, and this is Get in the Box. Speak the truth, receive the solution. We gonna speak the truth. We gonna give you a solution. All right, whether you like it or not. Okay, I don't like speaking twice, and neither does he. Until next time, family. Peace and blessings.